The PS4 and PS5 system software updates released globally on March 23rd. We did talk about this recently. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? This was in beta beforehand. So the update includes, I'll go through this pretty quickly, the ability to create or join open and closed parties on both PS4 and PS5 consoles, UI enhancements to the game base and trophy cards, accessibility features like mono audio for headphones, accounts registered with the US or UK can test drive voice commands to let them find and open games settings, much like the voice commands did on the PS4. There's some new pro tips in the control center. So the little game guide cards that were on the game base beforehand now have some pro tips. What defines that differently from what the tips were before? The tips before weren't pro, I guess. So there's that.
Well, just to
like when I read that, like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, telling me that tips before were shit.
This is I checked this out. The pro tips is actually kind of like if you have like an iPad or a MacBook, it's like the help center where they're like, oh, this is how you can use the system and take advantage of these features. So it'll highlight certain features and there's like a little video that explains how to do it. So specifically with this update, they added like a thing that explains the voice commands. It gives you an example of the kinds of voice commands you can do. It tells you how to enable that in the settings, things like that. So it's like how to use your system and take advantage of the features. And it's an option there in case you're more visual and you don't want to just go through settings and figure it out for yourself. So that's what that is. It's not game based. It's system based, like how to use the system.
Okay. Well, moving up with that, the PlayStation app also updated to reflect the changes on the consoles. So create and join open and closed parties, and updated the game-based UI. Remote play also got a little small update with dark mode based on the phone setting and screen reader for languages both in iOS and Android. Big thing, probably the biggest thing out of this. This is all detailed in the PlayStation blog post. Go check it out. Probably the biggest thing, and it's the biggest thing out of this, I feel like, and it didn't even happen yet, is variable refresh rate coming to in a future update to PS5. So this will graphical updates, more fluidity in gameplay in the future for those with an HDMI 2.1 cable and compatible television. So that'll be cool once it hits. Probably more details when that actually does happen. So
yeah, that was a very popularly requested feature. Even before the PS5 came out,
thing to put in that blog post because it wasn't a part of the update, and it hasn't happened, and we don't have a date as to when it happens.
I think it's because it was something that a lot of people were pretty vocal about, and I think they just wanted to be like, "Hey, don't worry, it is coming. We are listening." Instead of like, whenever there's an update or whatever, there's always that asshole in the comments who's like, but what about this feature that is still missing and you didn't say anything? Now they at least said something about it.
True.
True. So there's that. I actually really like the voice command feature that they added. It's a little bit different from the PS4. Like this is a little bit more like
it's a little more in depth.
Yeah, like it talks back to you. There's like a nice little voice, and I like the voice. So it'll actually it'll be like, "Is this what you're looking for?" And now if you say something, like let's say I'm looking for a game, and I'm like, "Hey PlayStation, find Uncharted." It'll now, instead of just picking one thing, it'll come up with a list, and then I can say, "Oh, it's the second one," and then boom, and it'll take me to that. So like, it's a little bit more in depth. Instead of just doing one thing, it'll come up with options for you that you can choose. And I like that the voice talks to me. I like that. So the UI, I can't remember if this is new for this or if it was in the previous one, but the ability to pin things to the main menu of the PS5, like the number has increased, but even still, like oftentimes there's things that are just kind of hidden. And instead of having to go all the way to the game library, I can literally just be like, "Hey PlayStation, I want to play a musical story," and then it'll just bring it up like that. So it's just kind of nifty. It's a time saver. It's nice. And then the voice controls, at least in the US and the UK, can be used to control media as well. So if you're like watching a video, you can be like, hey, PlayStation, pause. And like, it's just a nifty little thing if you don't want to stand up and reach for the controller.
I like pressing buttons. I don't know. I never liked the voice command. I don't even use voice command on my phone half the time. Like,
so I use voice commands specifically to find games because I hate having to find them in folders. And at least on my PS4, I had so many fucking folders. And on the PS5, like, it only has like 10 games or whatever on the main screen, and then everything else is in the game library. And there's no way for me to just jump to a letter. I have to scroll. And I mean, you can search too,
I
but
say, can't you search?
yeah, but that's
There's a button.
more button presses.
You press one
Because
button.
then you have to you have
Two
to
buttons.
spell the thing, so you have to
Not
press
if
a
you're
bunch.
searching by a letter. If you're searching just by a letter, you just press the letter G and boom, you got
Yeah,
Guardians
but
of the Galaxy.
then I still have to fucking scroll. Anyways, the the markings of a good UI is if from point A to B, it's the least amount of input, and voice input is one input, and so sometimes it's nice, it saves time, and I like using it to search for games. That's like my main use for voice commands in a thing, is just so I can get to the thing without having to go through a whole fucking scavenger hunt.